Hi everyone, welcome to Q&A number 46. Yeah, I know. we have 10 more questions for you all, and honestly, as I'm looking at all the questions for today's Q&A, 9 out of the 10 questions for today all have to do with music. So today's going to be a very fun Q&A video, I hope. So with that said out of the way, I'll be reading them off my laptop this time. I'm not reading them off my phone because, well, it's about dead. And I need to plug it in, actually. So let's begin. Do you know 40s music? More than likely, no, I don't, but I might know maybe one or two. Maybe, I don't know. But chime in with that. Do you know 50s music? Probably not, but test me on that. Do you know 60s music? It's kind of a gray area, honestly. So I'm gonna say maybe, maybe not. I don't know. The 60s are kind of a gray area for me for music, so I don't know. Do you know 70s music? Okay, now we're entering the territory where I know a decent amount. So 70s, yeah, I know a small handful of 70s songs. But yeah, I'm gonna say yes, I do. But test me on that. Do you know 80s music? Yes, I do. My parents played a lot of it when I was a kid, so I know a small to medium, halfway to like a lot range of 80 songs, so yeah, I do know a majority of 80s music. Yeah, this is, from here on out, this is where I'm starting to get a lot better if I know the music from a specific decade. So yeah, I do know 80s music. Do you know 90s music? Well, yes, I do. It might be a little odd for people to know that I do know a lot of 90s music, even though I was born in the 90s. I was actually born in 99. So, yeah, I was pretty much in the last 6 months of the 90s. But yeah, I still know 90s music even up to today. So yeah, the 90s was pretty much defined by quite literally like grunge and punk. But obviously, you know, the 70s and 80s were like hair metal and like pop ballads and, I mean, you know, Queen and all that. But in the 90s was all like Nirvana and REM and, you know, bands like that. Just all like grunge and punk. And when Green Day started getting into the scene, which, by the way, we're in a Green Day shirt, Revolution Radio, which we'll get to Green Day later on in this video. Do you know 2000s music? Yes, I lived throughout the entirety of the 2000s. In fact, even as, you know, a young adult in my early to almost mid-20s, I listened to primarily 2000s music. Like, I live and breathe 2000s music, because I feel like that was honestly the best era of music. Actually, from like the 90s all the way until about halfway through the 2010s was a good era of music. Because I think right around the time of like, oh god, I think when Miley Cyrus put out Wrecking Ball in like 2013 or something like that, that's when I stopped listening to modern music. And I started just branching out a little bit, and that's how I started listening to a little bit more rock, maybe rap here and there, but yeah. But anyways, I listen to a lot of 2000s music. that was a great decade of music. I swear, it still is. It was the last full good decade of music that we ever had. Don't call me out for that. Prove me wrong with that. Do you know 2010's music? Yeah, although half of it I have no idea what it is, honestly. Because I stopped listening to, like I said before in the last question, I stopped listening to modern music around the time Miley Cyrus put out Wrecking Ball, around 2013, 2014, around then. That's when I was like, yeah, no, I can't do this no more. This is all dumb bullshit. So, I kind of stopped. But obviously now you hear new modern music and some old classics on apps like TikTok, for example. And that was also around the time I was on Vine, so I just started listening to I followed a lot of people on Vine. Yeah, people remember Vine? Yeah, kids today don't know what the hell Vine is. But a lot of throwback songs were on Vine of people that I followed, and yeah. So the only time I hear actually new songs I've never heard before are either from my roommates or on TikTok. And it's just the way it is. But yeah, I know a decent amount of 2010s music, which, god damn. How many Pokemon are there? Wow. We finally have a question that isn't about music, but like how I said before at the beginning of the video, 9 out of the 10 questions in today's Q&A are all about music, except for one, and this is that one. But anyways, as of the time this being recorded in January of 2022, there are currently 901 Pokemon. Yeah, I know, it's a lot. 8 generations, and yeah, it's a lot over the last 25 plus years. Last one, top 3 albums of all time. Oh boy. Oh man, I knew this was coming eventually at some point on my channel. Okay, I'm just gonna tell you all what my 3 favorite albums of all time are, and then you can judge me on those choices later. So, we'll start at number 3 and work our way up. At number 3, we have The Black Parade by My Chemical Romance. Great album, love it. Number 2, we have American Idiot by Green Day, my favorite band of all time. And number 1, 21st Century Breakdown, also by Green Day. Those albums are like, they're so good. I like how they tell a story in those albums, and how each song kind of, in a way, connects to the previous or the next one. I love songs that do that, or the songs that's like one main song that breaks off into different like little sub songs in that one song. I love songs like that too. Like Green Day just does a lot of songs like that. Like there's let's see here. There's Jesus Suburbia and Homecoming off of American Idiot. There's American Eulogy off of 20th Century Breakdown. There's Dirty Rotten Bastards off of Trey. And the most recent one that I can remember, and at the top of my head, Somewhere Now off of their album Revolution Radio. Like all those songs that breaks off into different parts, I just love songs like that. It's so good. That's why I love songs like Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen. They're just so good. Or A Quick One While He's Away by The Who. Like songs like that are really good. But yeah, those are my top 3 favorite albums. As I will repeat. Number 1, 20th Century Breakdown by Green Day. Number 2, American Idiot by Green Day. And number 3, The Black Parade by My Chemical Romance. great albums. Yeah, it kind of tells you all what kind of music I like.
Alright, that is all I have for today.
Thank you all so much for watching. If you have a question that you want me to answer, drop it in the comment section below and I will get to it in a future video. I will try to, I promise, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you, that's right, you watching this video right now, in the next video. Bye-bye!